life in the past, the last few years, has been pretty fast. I've always had a plan. I always knew when to do what. And I kept myself busy a lot. Before one thing ended, I knew what the next one would be. And I guess that's just me. I love planning and organizing. But maybe sometimes without realizing that I can plan breaks as well. I think having no breaks has had the effect that I don't really get to reflect on all the things that I've done, because I just move along to the next thing right away. And I don't allow myself to just stay for a while and appreciate the time that went by. So maybe that's what right now is for. Because for the next few months I have no plans, no idea how they're gonna go. So for now, maybe I can just breathe and leave the future in the future and appreciate the past. Just enjoy this silence because it won't last. But where do I start? So let's look at my bucket list, but not at the things that I still want to do, but rather at what I've done, because a lot of those things were so much fun. So, number 1, be nice. Even when others are not, don't give in to that. I have to admit, I still don't always master this, but I think it deserves a tick. 2, spend a night outside. Sounds pretty simple, right? Well, it was. 3, say I love you. Well, lately I've said that many times. And every time I do, it just feels right. To make someone smile without a reason, that's number 4. And I've definitely done this one before. See the Northern Lights. That's my number 5. It was truly magical, and I want to do it again. For now, I just don't know when. Number 6 is making a movie, no matter how long. And by high school graduation, I had that done. 7 is about high school, about a thing we call Abitur. I wanted to get a good grade, and I think I've done that with a 1.8. 8 might be the one most people want, even though it sounds insane, because it's about jumping out of a plane. Skydiving, that's what I mean. And yes, I did that. And yes, I did scream. Number 9 is also about flying. What? Well, it's paragliding. I got to do that with a breathtaking view. And it's not just exciting, but relaxing too. 10. This one involves the sea, which isn't my favorite place to be, but swimming with dolphins was worth it for me. 11. Fall asleep next to someone and wake up next to them. Might seem simple, but it isn't at all. 12. Go to Iceland. It's always been a dream. It's like no other country that I've ever seen. There isn't much I can say except I hope to go back one day. 13 is about getting a tattoo. And while that's certainly painful to do, right now I have 3. And they all mean so much to me. 14. Discover the culture of Latin America. Well, for this one, I had to go quite far. I went to Peru and lived there for 6 months. But there's so much left to discover. I've just begun. 15. See a shooting star. I have spent so many nights outside staring at the sky until I finally saw one fly by. 16. I saw other people do this and I thought that it's so cool. Swimming in a very, very cold pool. So in Finland, at the lake, when they cut a hole in the ice, I just knew that I had to go inside. 17. Go to the safari in the wild and see what animals you can find. Well, we really had so much luck. We even got to see lion cubs. 18. Go to the desert and drive around. I've done this in a car and in a buggy too. In Oman, and in Peru. There are world wonders that I want to see. Angkor Wat, Petra, and Machu Picchu have already been ticked off by me. 20. Another thing I wanted to do is go to Australia to see kangaroos and to see the koalas too. 21. Go trekking in Thailand. Wasn't always on my list, but it's an opportunity that I couldn't miss. 3 days walking, a rug as a bed, this cage over the river I will never forget. 22. See a black beach. I got to see 2, in Iceland and in New Zealand too. 23. Live in the jungle. Make it your home. I never thought I would be there alone, but for a long 3 days, I had a jungle all to myself. 24. Meditate in Bali and just find peace. What a beautiful place in a temple like this. 25. Something that's always been on my mind is getting to have a color fight. Both of them were a lot of fun, and I should definitely plan another one. 26. Fly with a helicopter. There's so much to see, and I'm happy I got to do that with my family. 27. This one I didn't even dare to put on my list, it was just in my head. And what an amazing time I had. Fly a hot air balloon at a festival. That was just incredible. 28. I've got one more. Start a kindness mission. I guess that's what my birthdays are for. Just writing this list is crazy to me. There's so many places I got to see, so many things I got to do. No need to plan ahead. I can just take a moment and appreciate that.